Hi there, and welcome to My.Na Properties. My name is Johan Kutsia, and on this week's episode, we're going to look at how Neopaints have started a new campaign to support 5 deserving community projects that are being creative and making a difference. Then we speak to Mr. Rudy Pitter of Avani Windhoek Hotel and Casino about their reopening and what measures they've put in place to ensure the safety of their guests and employees. Lastly, we speak to Mr. Elroy Kassen from Pupkewitz Megabuild about their range of DIY home security systems. Stay tuned. So Neopaints have started this new campaign where they want to reward 5 deserving community projects with a large amount of paint so they can, just spruce up their project centers. We spoke to Janine Bredenan from Neopaints, and she explained a bit more about the campaign.
Neopaints wants to give back to our people and is launching a new campaign. We are Namibian, just like you. We have been manufacturing paint in Namibia for the last 67 years, and after the impact of the COVID-19 on our people and our economy, we would like to support our people. Neopaints is giving away paint for 5 community projects, and what you need to do to qualify is tell your story and how your business makes a difference in Namibia and to their people. Take a picture, take a video, be creative as possible. Tell us exactly how much paint and what you would need to make your project a success, and email your application to info@neopaints.com. And good luck.
Wow, that campaign is sure to touch hearts and color a lot of lives. Okay, next up, we visited Mr. Rudy Pitter at Avani Windhoek Hotel and Casino, and they explained a bit more about the precautions they took to ensure the safety of their guests and staff as they reopen this week. And we also discussed their stunning new menus. Check it out. Hi there. So we are having a very special interview. We are here with Mr. Rudy Pitter, Managing Director of Avani Windhoek. Mr. Pitter, good to see you again. How are you, sir?
Very good, and yourself?
Very well, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, with lockdown and with the COVID pandemic ravaging the tourism sector and also really hitting the hospitality sector very hard, we want to check in with Avani Windhoek and see, what they've been cooking up over the lockdown period. Subject, sir. Can you tell us a bit about the I would just hate to say, the flavor in the industry? What is lockdown and COVID is going to be around for a while? What is your perception on the impact on the industry?
Look, the impact is vast because it's not like a normal strained trading environment where you deal with a constrained market or you maybe suffer with some sort of supply, or this is like opening a brand new concept of a business in a brand new market.
Yeah.
Because the history that you had on consumer behavior or competition within the market or what type of product is preferred by your market, all of that is basically wiped clean and you start afresh.
Yeah.
So the approach we took is to look at possibilities of what we think our customers would want. We obviously know that our customers would put their own safety and that of the people that they're going to be sharing time with at a huge premium. And for that, we've catered extensively.
Yes.
So from sterilization procedures, updating the use of our chemicals, how we treat washware, the dishwasher cycles, after that, safe procedures with PPE of our employees, to then seal off cutlery so that nobody would polish cutlery with possibly contaminated hands. It'll come out of a really high temperature, sterilized environment. It'll be sealed, and from there it'll come to your table. There will not be table settings before you actually sit down at the table.
Wow.
So that the cutlery, crockery, glassware that you have in front of you would be sterile, and would then be handled by you alone, as you go through your mealtime.
Wow.
That together with the fact that we have moved our tables apart, we cater for a maximum of 4 people per seating as per the guidelines. And we look at a meter distance, like you and me are apart at the moment, which is seems to generally be the consensus on a safe distance for people to be able to have a conversation without contaminating one another.
Yes, sir.
Further to that, as you can see, we have all our sliding doors and as many windows open to also enhance our natural circulation of fresh air within our venues.
Yes.
Further, to disperse, contamination and congestion of if you want to call it, possibly polluted air.
Yeah.
So, all in an effort to contain. Then, sterilization and hand sanitizing. We do not allow anybody to come onto site without a mask.
Yes.
We also comply with the regulations in relation to capturing who comes on the site, their contact details, their physical address, and maintain that record should there be any instances of contamination, that we can facilitate and assist the authorities with effective tracing. Interestingly enough, and maybe a little bit of a disappointment to us in the industry, if you look at the previous assumptions of what stage 3 would look like, there was an assumption that gaming would be allowed to start operating.
Yeah.
And we've gone through an extensive exercise to get our casino offering ready for that. The first thing is that we have, in the past few years, segregated our gaming floor into 4 different areas.
Okay.
So we offer our private room, we also offer our exclusive suite, which is bookable by people, and then you can invite other players to spend time in there with you, so it's quite exclusive.
Yes.
Then we have a privé area, and then we have a main floor. So we've gone and taken our entire gaming floor and reorganized it.
Yeah.
We reduced seats for every gaming table to only 3. We introduced, sterilization and sanitization protocols onto those tables. All our dealers will be wearing full facial shields.
Yes, sir.
To protect our customers. We'll have regular sanitization of our chips in between games. We will dispose our cards at the end of every shift so that there won't be any shift-to-shift contamination.
Yes, sir.
And we've moved all our gaming equipment, gaming machines apart by 1.5 meters.
Wow.
So it's an extensive investment in reorganizing that portion of our business, and now it looks like we have to wait another 28 days before we can start operating it.
And before we can start using our Avani cards again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the downside is, in the meantime, you won't be able to earn points, loyalty points that you can spend in Stratos or downstairs.
Yeah.
The good news is that we will definitely honor the points that customers has on their cards.
Yes.
And we've also taken a decision that we will reinstate any points that expired
Wonderful.
during the lockdown period, so that our customers will have those points at their disposal, and we will also maintain your status depending on where you were rated in our loyalty program.
Yes, sir.
So if you were downgraded one status because you were not able to play as normal, we will honor your status for a period of 6 months going forward to allow you the opportunity to get back to where you used to be. So we're really putting our customer first in reinventing how hospitality and gaming would look like.
That is incredible, sir, because
from a hotel point of view, the view is that we will have massively depressed demand, both for conferencing as well as for leisure and business stay, at least until the borders open. First off, I think we'll have the first opening of the border between us and South Africa, and then possibly international. And both those will then bring back two waves of recovery, one for business travel and maybe a little bit of local and regional leisure. And then obviously our major leisure market, which is then the overseas market, will then return. And only when that market returns, which in all feasibility will only be in the next tourism high season, which is June next year, which is a year away from where we are now. And it sounds scary when you think about it, but historically, December, January, February, March has always been a fairly low season for leisure travel. And then a little bit of a spike in April, and then really end of June to July through till November is our peak tourist season from Europe and elsewhere as well internationally. So we anticipate a slow recovery in those markets, but our local market we think will recover fairly quicker, with the only constraint being the possibility of constrained personal disposable income.
Absolutely. So we understand that you guys are launching new menus for both Stratos and the pantry. I think did lockdown give your chefs a bit of creative time?
Look, I think it's twofold. On the one hand, we do seasonally change and update our menus with regards to the ingredients available, latest trends. What plays a big role is the feedback we get from our customers. In the surveys, in the conversations that management has with our clients and our guests, where guests makes recommendations, say, I see that you don't have this, or it would be nice if you had that. We take that on board, and then we obviously look for inspiration as well and innovation like we always do, and that is what inspires the creation of your new menus. So in the lockdown time, business as usual has disappeared. So innovation is important, but there's other factors that also became a lot more important in the meantime. Things like preparation time, the ability to prepare something safely, holding times for certain menu items, cost, pricing, because I think that post the crisis or in the recovery period where we're now entering, price consideration would be huge. And as such, we do want to offer a wider variety on our menus, so that you can choose. You can either have a really, extensive and extravagant meal that is still available, and we've kept the dishes and the things that was legend, that we were known for. But we've introduced lower cost options. We've introduced a lot more health options as well, to cater for the new normal. So that's what informed our chefs, and that's what inspiration they took in designing our new menus.
Excellent. So everyone can enjoy moving into this new stage with a beautiful, beautiful meal from Avani at Stratos or the pantry, and also the Dunes restaurant.
Okay, so for now, we're not going to, on a daily basis, commercially trade Dunes. We are trade ready in Dunes, but being a buffet-style restaurant, and I'm not sure what the demand for that would be. We have opted to use that restaurant in the meantime for any conferencing business and groups exclusively.
To adhere with social distancing.
That will enable us to comply with all the safety protocols and social distancing. If we do serve our guests in the buffet restaurant, we have moved that concept. The layout remains pretty much the same, but the concept will now be a lot more live frontline cooking. and all the serving would be done by a team member of Avani rather than the guests themselves, and that's purely just to cut down contact from person to person with serving utensils, to make sure that we don't pass on any contaminants should there be any.
100%. No, that's a very good way of approaching the market now, and people have been coming to the dunes as a tradition, and now they can still do that, but with a twist.
Absolutely. We're obviously toying with the idea, looking at how demand recovers for rooftop, which was before lockdown our most popular venue. The pantry has always been doing fairly good day trade, some takeaway business, but then early evening we've seen quite a bit of demand for light meals, coffee shop and bistro type menu items, and then a drink with that. So before we were able to serve drinks, which we can do effectively as of today.
Cheers.
Yeah, well, I don't say the good example with the water, but so. We will see how demand recovers for those two outlets. It is early days, and just as much as we had to re-engineer what we're offering, I think our market will re-engineer itself with regards to what its demands are.
Absolutely.
We are highly concerned about the available disposable income. And as such, a buffet meal offering on a buffet-style restaurant has got a higher price entry point than potentially a menu, where you can decide whether you want to do 1 or 2 items, you want to add a starter and a main course, or you want to have 3 or 4 or 5 courses for that matter. Whereas from a buffet point of view, your pricing flexibility is not as big. We will, in a few weeks' time, if demand in these 2 restaurants recover, Pantry and Stratos, we will reintroduce 2 of our most popular menus or meal periods, which was a Sunday lunch and our Friday evening special seafood feast.
Nice.
We will coincide those with the offer when we can resume trade in our casino, because that also facilitates quite a large footfall. And further than that, we'll have evening demand that will outstrip the supply possibilities under social distancing for both Pantry and Stratos, and as a result, we would have to add capacity, and that capacity addition would mean that we will start operating dunes, closer to its normal dinner offering, if I can put it that way.
Yes. Oh, wonderful, sir.
Now we get to the part of the meal where the risk will be the highest, which is when you're going to be moving from touching the surface and the utilities, crockery and cutlery, to touch your mouth.
Yes, sir.
So we encourage you to sanitize your hands before you go there.
Thank you.
Okay. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you very much, sir. You too. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh no. Wow. Hats off, Mr. Pitter. That is incredible.
That's a good piece of fish, eh?
Yeah. And I mean, the accompanying sauce doesn't kind of smother it, but adds so much flavor.
A little bit of a tangy note there,
Yeah.
which is a good offset.
Absolutely. So, how's the staff coping? Because I understand you guys are quite a big but close team.
Yeah, look, we've always seen our team members as family more than uninvolved third parties.
Yes.
What I can tell you is that when this whole crisis started, the first thing we did, even before any lockdowns happened here, when I saw that worldwide it's going south, and I anticipated the impact on our industry, we met with our staff, we met with our representative union, and we had a discussion about the possible impacts on this business, because this business is not just a shareholder's business. It's a shareholder's business, it is the business that our team members feed their families from.
Yes.
And it's also the favorite place for our customers to go. So amongst those three stakeholders, we have to manage each one of those relationships.
Yes.
And with regards to our team members, we got them together, we explained the risks, we explained the financial impact on the company, and by agreement, most of our team members here, from management, we took major salary cuts, but we remained working full-time,
Yeah.
because that's our commitment. And from a team member point of view, where nobody could be able to, or be afforded the opportunity to work during the last few months, we put them on half-time, and we still paid them for half of their time.
Yes.
And all that did was give us the opportunity to not, up to the present, lose any employees. We don't retrench anybody, and we kept all jobs in place in anticipation, of recovery.
Yeah.
And the vast investment that we've made into our team members with regards to training, upskilling, building that culture and the engagement
Yes.
is all still alive. And I can factually refer to a message that I just got half an hour ago from one of my team members, and I don't know who he is. His name is not on the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
But he just said, "Chief, while everybody else have thrown their employees away, Avani has remained steadfast in keeping us on and retaining us and still giving us a way to live. And for that, we applaud the great job that this company has been doing." That sort of job you can't do alone.
Yes.
You need to do it as a unified, or as unified as management, as team members, and as people that see this company as more than just a job.
Yeah.
They see it as being part of the family. And part of our motto is, when we talk about Avani, we say, "I do, I care, and I belong."
Wow.
Because that suggests more than just a contribution. It suggests a commitment.
Yeah.
And that commitment runs through this organization, and that's our beating heart, if you want to call it that. And we managed to protect that, which I think is going to be valuable as we go forward in resurrecting this hotel to its former glory.
Absolutely, sir. And I think, one of the things I've missed about coming to Avani is that emotional investment that the staff have, is that experience that they are so earnest and honest with their hospitality. It's not just a show. It is really, they care for the hotel, they care for the client, and it's personal, and that's what I've always enjoyed.
But I think anywhere where you can have your employees feel like they an actual partner to the business and not just a resource, you're going to have that notion of your employee rub off on the way that they behave, how they treat your customer, and how they perceive themselves and their role in the organization.
Yes.
And also their longer-term aspirations, whether they can trust the company with their advancement, with their upskilling, and maybe with a career in that industry.
Absolutely, sir. Really exciting to see all the innovative new steps that are being put in place to make sure that the hospitality industry gets going again, and we really wish them best of luck. So now we speak to Mr. Elroy Kassen from Pupkewitz Megabuild about their range of DIY home security solutions, which are a key consideration for any homeowner, especially those looking to secure their home on a budget. My name is Johan Kutsia, and today I'm joined by Mr. Elroy Kassen from Megabolt, and he is an electrical supervisor specializing in some of the coolest DIY security options on the market. Elroy, how are you today?
Fine, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. So, I see you guys have introduced a very exciting new range that really takes the power of security and the fun of DIY and brings it together in a nice catalog of really, really, I would say, fun and interesting products. Can you tell us about your offering?
We offer DIY products on all aspects of home security. So you can put your security take it from a security company, we put it into your own hands, operating it from your phone via wireless, app-driven, in quick, easy installation. You can either use an installer or you can install it yourself, but it works just the same. Warranties are the same, and products are guaranteed.
So, and that's what's cool, because you've taken this very, very technical field and you've simplified it and made it easy for someone who just wants a smoke detector in the kitchen, who wants motion detectors in their yard, but they'd like to do it themselves. And I'm really, really impressed. So you guys have a very comprehensive system. Can you tell us a bit more about some of the standout products that you guys offer?
At the moment, of our standout products is the smart home security floodlights, which is actually a floodlight, but you can also use it because it has a camera, it has a two-way audio communication.
So I can tell the guys what are they doing.
Yeah, you can also send messages like a barking dog, for instance.
Yeah.
And the dog barks, and then everyone will be looking, where is it coming from?
Yeah.
So you can also hear what they are saying, and you can do a recording. It also has infrared sensor for up to 15 meters.
Wow.
So you have all the control on your phone, and you can also set your features. Like whenever it picks up motion, should it record constant or just 5-second shots of what's happening at that moment.
Yeah. So I can put on like a really scary song, like the March of the Valkyries, dun, 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 and clear everyone out.
No, unfortunately not. It only has a certain options that it shows on the app for your response on what you are hearing through the two-way audio communication. But you can also use the mic, and then you can speak yourself.
Yeah.
Like
that's
just
so
press
cool.
the mic, and then you speak, and then
get your delivery, or or scare someone away. That's very, very interesting. And I see that like you said, everything is controlled through apps and on your phone. So I could be sitting on the farm, and I can know what's happening at my house. I can communicate, and I mean, there's even cool stuff like your smart plugs and stuff. So I can actually set a timer on certain things, and the convenience options are so incredible. What I also really like a standout product is your digital locks and how it connects with your smart hubs and all the other stuff. So let's say I have someone coming in to do some work at the house and I'm not there. You can actually set a time and send the person a personalized PIN, allowing them access, and then after a while it lapses. And that is not even so expensive. I see here it's around $2,000. The convenience versus the cost is incredible. How's the demand been?
At the moment, the demand isn't that high because it's still at the entry phase. So we still have to make customers familiar with the products, and they still need to, we still need to win their trust in trusting the products as it's still new on the market. But on quality based and as it works, the response that we have gotten is absolutely phenomenal, and it's excellent how it works. If you can see, you can put like a wireless remote, and you can give it maybe to your son and to your wife each, and then you have the app operation on your phone, which you can change the codes as you want them and just inform them.
Okay, that's very, very cool. Now, tell me, I see you guys also offer some lifestyle, options. Like what I found very cool was these Wi-Fi bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about that, because I mean, just being able to set the mood from your phone, I think is incredible. And I mean, for that cost, it's
and
phenomenal.
it's actually a pretty good price. If you check, the price was $220 and it's now on $170. So it's actually a very good price. And it's fully Wi-Fi operated.
Yeah.
So as long as your Wi-Fi connection is there, you can operate your bulb from your phone.
Yeah.
You can change colors, you can change brightness, you can set the mood.
Yeah.
If you want to be romantic tonight, you can be.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Man. And I see you guys also have PTZ cameras, which you control from your phone. So, I mean, it's not just that fixed angle. You can literally follow the action at your house. You can zoom in, do all that. And what strikes me is the cost factor. I mean, even for, I think there's, for your more commercial market, the IP cameras. I mean, a set of 8 IP cameras with a terabyte backup. That is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine having such a comprehensive home security system that you've installed yourself in a simple afternoon. And then you have like a terabyte of storage, so you have a record of everything that's happening.
Yeah, and there's basically no limitation to where you can put your cameras. Because we also sell the extension cables, which is about 30 meters. And it's, I think, $3.99 at the moment. So if your yard is maybe, say, 15 meters or what, and you have 2 walls to run the cables, you can do it. We can sell the extensions. You can put the camera wherever you want, inside, outside. It's IP66 rated, and it's guaranteed.
That's incredible. Now, okay, let's talk about the wireless options, because you also said you have motion sensors for doors, windows, and everything that you can just simply install.
It's basically door chims that you use for. It's almost like the alarm systems that you get from a security company.
Yeah.
The only difference is this one is battery operated, and then you can also use it. It has an alarm on itself. So as soon as a door is opened, the alarm goes off.
Yeah.
So then you alert. Then you know, okay, there's something wrong.
That's very cool. So, you know, what also stands out to me is the fact that there's a guarantee on these products, because usually if I do some DIY, the first thing they tell me is, "Meneer, hier's op jou eie." That just shows the faith in the products, I think.
Yeah, that's actually why we name it DIY, and that's why we are lifestyle. So we sell the comfort to the clients. So, like, especially for the lockdown, fortunately we were closed for a while, but when we opened, business was good because customers were at home, didn't have anything to do. So we had the availability of the DIY products to keep them busy during the lockdown.
And I think also to invest in your home, you know, all these small changes, they're not only cost effective, but they add to the value of your home.
Yeah, and especially like if you check for the single moms which are afraid and stuff, these products is their solution for their safety and to make sure their kids are safe there.
Absolutely. Cool. And I see you guys also have some, a wide range, an expanded range of, old school, old school, not even old school, but I mean classic locks, safes and everything, but with a twist.
Yeah,
High
with a
tech
twist.
And quality.
Just a bit of new technology, but still with the old hard steel.
Yeah.
Basically, you can say.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Elroy, where can customers go to see this range and, just get a hands-on feel?
The smart home is actually on display at the Pupkewitz Central and at Lifestyle Center.
Okay.
But if customers are at outside branches, they can go in and speak to the maybe supervisor, manager, and we can make an order for them to that branch and they can just pay. But we also have on the Yale products, we have an online site which you can, of Yale itself, where you can view all the products, and they also give you an intro video into all the products, installation and how they work and features on the products.
That's excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, no matter where you are in the country, you can actually go into your branch and order these products. And I think it'll be really worthwhile to invest in some of these options. Yes, so Elroy, thank you very much for joining us. Is there a last message out there for the viewers?
We will be ready to serve any customers on whatever they may need on the smart home in all the security products that we sell and that we offer.
Cool, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Elroy, for joining us.
Thank
Yeah. So, if you want to bring your home into the 21st century and do it yourself at a very affordable cost, please check out Lifestyle Center, check out Megabolt, and make sure that you invest in some of these beautiful products. Thanks so much for joining us for another episode of My.Na Properties. And do contact us for any property placements, whether in print or on the digital platform, this show. So until next time, my name is Johan Kutsia. Thanks for tuning in.